What's good, guys? Sunshine 47 here, world's greatest heavyweight footballer, and I am pissed. We lost again to Brighton. Congratulations to Brighton. Beautiful football. Nothing you can do about it in that respect, but so much to unpack, and it's with great sadness that I'm having to do this video, win, lose or draw. So let's get into it, guys. Now, I'm not how can I put it, Ten Hag's biggest critic. I appreciate with perspective what he's done in the situation he's done it, and I'd still go out on a limb to say I don't think any manager could come into this Manchester United club and do what's necessary. I don't think whether that be Klopp or Pep. However, it does not mean that he cannot be criticised, and today he has to be criticised for so many of the decisions that he's made. At least we need to have questions over them, because I can't understand, and I'm an understanding guy, but today I can't understand some of the decisions he made. So, of course, we have to look at the starting lineup, and he chose to go 4-4-2 diamond today, which does take Palestri's name out of the equation all of a sudden because, of course, as we know, Palestri's a right winger. And a lot of the fan base was sold on the idea that we were playing a 4-3-3 with the right winger and left winger, me also included, but that just was not the case today. And for the first 15-20 minutes, it absolutely worked. Let's not get it twisted, guys. Let's not lie because we've got a poor result. It did work. But the moment we conceded our first shot on target, and it was a goal by Danny Welbeck, the heads dropped, the players dropped. It was pressure, and I don't know, maybe there's a little bit of a mixture of everything that's going on with Man United at the moment, kind of getting to the players, and you have to give some sympathy to that, but that's still not an excuse when you've got a whole game to still go and grab the winner, and especially when you've already played 15-20 minutes of playing good football. You should still be able to go out there and still produce. You should still be going out there to go, you know what, yes, they've scored their goal, but we were good enough to create our chances. And respectfully, we did. The ball went out of play slightly. I mean, I know everyone's speaking about the Japan situation. I'm not really going to get into that because, you know, that's he say, she say. But the main thing is we did score, we did go 1-1, and we showed that we could bounce back to some degree. However, this is where you credit Brighton. You look at when Danny Welbeck started to come deeper into midfield and he started to overload the midfield, Ten Hag didn't have a response to that. And my first question to him is, how did you not notice that that was going on? That you dominated, then you, again, they changed their tactics, and then you continued to do what you were doing, even though it wasn't working after that certain point. And that's in the first half, guys. Like, come on. Do you know what I mean? Like, Ten Hag, you've got to do better than that. Read the game. Like, the man's looking at you going, okay, I see what you're trying to do. You've done me for first 15-20 minutes, but now we're going to change it up. You need to change. You have to adapt. In-game management is part of management as well. So Ten Hag, he's lost it at that point. For me, personally anyway, I don't think he was getting flowers for the lack of adaptability and flexibility, shall we say, when we were getting overrun at home at Old Trafford. Now, I'll say it again, guys, and I'll continue to say it because I think it's so relevant. We did enough and we created enough chances, the stats will show you that, to put the ball in the back of the net, but we're not doing it. Please go back and the video that I did against Tottenham when I said about Onana and Mount actually not being a priority last season. We should have prioritised goal scorers, in my opinion. And the reason I say that is, again, goalkeeping was not an issue. Keeping the ball out of the net was not an issue last season. Yet we've changed that. We've taken away the game-saving abilities from De Gea. Although he had mistakes, I get it. We've taken away those and we've not replaced them. And I've said it was imperative that we do that. We have to replace the goal-keeping abilities as well as being able to kick out the back. And if we can't do that, then there's going to be cons to the pros. And the cons were, and it left me at a stage where I said now that we will concede more goals, but we will create more with Onana in goal. But the main factor is we can't put the ball in the back of the net. So the conclusion I come to is, what's the point in creating more if you're then going to concede more and you still can't score goals? You're going to lose more games. That's what's happening. And I hate to be right on this. And I hope it changes from the next game on and the next game on and the next game on. But common sense will tell you guys that just being able to kick a ball at the back of net was not the only reason why we should have got rid of De Gea this season. I agree he needed to go. It's a fact. He had to go. But not this season. Because what we've now done is change the profiles of this team so much that the football now is different. And we're now on the receiving end of more goals. And if we can't put the ball in the back of the net, do the math. Do the math. We've basically sacrificed one of the best defensive records in Europe and in the league, which is something I would think you could build off, to then go and try and bring in profiles that allow you to create more, yes, and build up from the back or control games. But you can't capitalize because you don't have the finishers there to do so. And if that's the case, then is it too much of a big step to go and get Onana and Mason Mount this season? Surely you would keep what you already had that was working and make one or two changes so you can be more potent in front of goal. And once that is cemented, then you can go and change the keeper and maybe that midfielder, etc., etc. But what do I know? I'm just a heavyweight footballer. Now, it wasn't all doom and gloom. This boy right here, Annabel Medjbury, again, came on, took his chance like a youth player would, and absolutely relished in the moment. He kind of looked over the occasion and just went in there, played his game, and did it with heart, absolute heart, and it was refreshing to see. And the goal that he scored was absolutely beautiful. So it was not all doom and gloom, but again, it is a bitter end when you don't go and get the results. And I suppose I just hope that this little cameo that he has allows him to maybe start the next Premier League game, or at least give him more minutes, because he made a difference, especially when Casemiro was looking leggy, and he filled that role very well for me today. So I have to give props to Hannibal Medjbury. But we have got one more person that we do definitely need to give credit to. So let's go. Now, I'm just going to be so honest. When this guy signed, I was not happy. I didn't think we needed a left back. I think we had Fernandes there. And at the same time, my man's already rejected us. So he wasn't coming in on, let's say, the same vibes that Amrabat's coming on, where everyone's on him and gassed. I was the complete opposite. But today, this man here, Serge Reguilon, he gave me a reason to give him some respect today. He gave us a reason as a fan base of why, to be fair, this probably is looking like one of the better signings of the season so far, because of course he's played one game and of course only been 5 games. But Reguilon today, for me, he gets man of the match if it was from a Manchester United perspective, but just for the simple fact that he was beautiful today. To watch the link-up play, driving, taking on players as a left-back, going inside and outside, it was beautiful to watch. And I think moving forward, if I'm being honest, I would much prefer to see Luke Shaw go to centre-back and then move Martinez to the right centre-back position. I just think, personally, that can work. And I think it'd be much better moving forward, but that's just my opinion. I guess I'm going to have to leave it on that note that Serge Reguilon is the bright spark in this video for me. So please get your comments in the below and let me know what you thought of the game. Yes, of course, I'm expecting the Charles, I'm expecting the last, but give me something articulate. Give me your actual thoughts on the game, where we went right, where we went wrong, and of course, challenge my opinions, challenge my thoughts, my theories. I enjoy the conversations and being able to think outside of my own perspective. So make sure you go and do that. Obviously, make sure you go as well and support Kit Selector on Instagram, where you can go get your replica shirt, absolutely spanking you for absolute 40 quid. It's like, slap 40 quid on one of them and you're good. No money goes to the Glazers, of course, as we know. And of course, I am Sunshine47, world's greatest heavyweight footballer. It's a tough one for United fans, but I'm here, win, lose or draw, and I'm out. Peace.